Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we uncover the stories beneath the surface. Today we're diving into something truly extraordinary, beginning with a title that instantly pulls you in. Gumanthong has a mistress. If you're wondering what is a Gumanthong and a mistress, then you're in for a remarkable journey.
Indeed. This isn't just an intriguing title, it's the gateway to an incredibly personal account, a true-life case study just brimming with bizarre circumstances, profound karmic insights, and, well, explanations that might just shift your perspective.
Yeah.
We're taking a deep look into one listener's intricate life story, exploring the deep roots of their experiences and their families, too.
Our mission today, then, is to unpack these complex life events you shared with us, everything from, like, a challenging birth and mysterious illnesses to strange spiritual encounters and truly profound life choices.
Right?
We'll examine it all through the intricate lens of karma, seeking to understand how past actions ripple through lives and shape destinies in ways that are often far more specific and, surprising than we imagine. So let's start at the very beginning, because our narrator's entry into this world was, quite frankly, a battle for survival.
The challenges began even before birth, really. The narrator's mother enduring a severe 9-month pregnancy. From the first month, she suffered extreme nausea, struggled to eat, experienced constant dizziness, and frequently vomited. Sometimes even blood.
Wow.
She was bedridden for much of the time, often needing IVs in the hospital. This intense suffering culminated in her fainting from sheer exhaustion during the birth.
Oh my goodness.
And it left her too weak to breastfeed.
That's an unimaginably difficult start for both of them. And then, in a heartbreaking turn, the father's well-intentioned actions unintentionally added to the newborn struggles. Worried the baby was hungry, he bought sweet condensed milk, mixed it himself, and fed it on the very first day.
Right. And the result was severe chronic diarrhea that plagued the child from birth until 4 months old. It's a poignant example of how even love can have unforeseen consequences without proper knowledge.
Absolutely. And what's even more distressing is that as the infant rapidly declined, doctors repeatedly dismissed the parents' concerns.
Kept saying nothing was wrong.
Right. Despite this, by 9 months, the child was emaciated, with sunken eyes and skin clinging to bones, described as being in a zombie-like state, barely able to move.
It's hard to imagine. This period highlights the profound helplessness the family must have felt.
It sounds like a truly desperate situation. And then a traumatic misdiagnosis made things even worse.
Yes. Based on a mistaken belief of something called monkey pouch disease, a procedure was performed to scoop fat from one of the child's cheeks.
Oh, no.
They intended to do both, but the child's agony was so intense they only completed one side, which of course worsened the condition and left the child with visibly uneven cheeks.
That must have been utterly devastating for them.
It was. And this leads us to a crucial turning point. When a wandering monk, perceiving the child's plight through meditation, offered a prophecy.
Right.
He said this child possessed great merit and could only survive if given to an abbot.
Given to an abbot.
Yeah. But the abbot initially refused, convinced the child was already dead due to its skeletal appearance.
Understandable, maybe.
But after the father's heartfelt plea, he reluctantly accepted.
And what unfolded next is truly miraculous.
Yeah.
The parents sought help at a clinic, where the doctor gave a grim, 1% chance of survival?
1%. And refused admission. But the Naval Hospital accepted them.
Okay, some hope there.
But the father, overcome with despair, cried relentlessly, convinced his child would die. Relatives even began funeral preparations.
Oh, wow.
Yet, after just one night in the hospital, the child miraculously opened their eyes and began to recover.
Incredible.
It speaks volumes about the powerful inherent merit this child carried.
It certainly does. However, the physical hardships weren't entirely over, were they?
No. The child was left with lifelong chronic diarrhea, much more frequent than average, and later developed severe nasal polyps. These required 2 surgeries, one at 16 with significant blood loss, and another at 22. Which brings us to a compelling question for you. What deeper karmic connections underlie these extreme sufferings?
So let's connect the dots here, because the karmic explanations, they're fascinating. For both the mother's severe pregnancy and the child's chronic diarrhea, they're deeply intertwined. Both mother and child shared karma from a past life. The child, as a soldier, tortured and starved prisoners. The mother, also a soldier then, did the same.
Right.
But what's amazing is how specific karma manifests. In that same past life, the child didn't just starve prisoners, but also gave them laxatives in their food,
Oh, okay.
which directly explains the chronic diarrhea. This isn't just punishment, it's a mirroring, a returning of the exact suffering inflicted.
Precisely. And the monkey pouch misdiagnosis and the resulting cheek disfigurement,
Yeah, what about that?
that stemmed from negative speech karma, vakakama, in Sanskrit. In a past life, the child secretly and unjustly criticized elders, parents, aunts, uncles behind their backs.
Just criticizing.
Secretly and unjustly. Because the karma wasn't extremely severe, it manifested as disfigurement in only one cheek. Had the negative speech been more pervasive or malicious, both cheeks might have been affected. It shows karma's precise calibration.
Wow, that's incredibly specific. And those severe nasal polyps needing multiple surgeries.
Also rooted in a past life. As a soldier, the child tortured enemies by holding their heads underwater to extract information,
Oh,
causing breathing difficulties, though not death. But here's where the power of accumulated good karma comes in.
okay.
The current and past merits from ordination actually helped to cut off and heal the specific karma, allowing for recovery.
So good deeds can mitigate past bad karma.
It's a powerful illustration, yes. Consistent positive action can mitigate even strong negative karmic imprints. It's a profound principle. While specific actions create specific karmic seeds, dedicated spiritual practice can create conditions for those seeds to ripen differently or even for new positive seeds to take precedence.
Having navigated such profound early challenges and understood their karmic roots, our narrator eventually faced another pivotal decision, one that would define their entire life's direction. A monk's path.
Yes. During their ordination, they made the profound choice to sacrifice a committed relationship and planned marriage to become a lifelong monk.
A huge decision.
Huge, aiming to benefit thousands rather than just a few.
And from a karmic perspective, how is that viewed? Breaking off a relationship like that.
Well, what's insightful here is that breaking off a relationship for lifelong ordination is not seen as sinful. On the contrary, it brings immense merit.
Really?
Such a profound sacrifice safeguards one's journey through the cycle of existence, creating an exceptionally strong spiritual foundation. While the girlfriend's sorrow is real, it's considered temporary in the grand karmic scheme. And if we look deeper, the narrator had actually done something quite similar in a past life, following a king into monkhood. So it indicates a recurring, deep-seated spiritual inclination.
So it's a powerful, almost predestined spiritual journey for them. But, of course, in this life, that choice had very real emotional consequences.
Oh, absolutely. The girlfriend was heartbroken, naturally, and the narrator's mother was initially disappointed. She loved the girlfriend, apparently, and had hoped for her as a daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
She even lamented it years later, especially given some conflict with her current daughter-in-law, who is the wife of the narrator's younger brother.
Right. We'll get to that conflict later.
Which brings us to another intriguing part of the story, and perhaps the most unusual. The curious case of Korko, the Gumanthong.
Okay. Yeah, this is where the story truly takes an astonishing turn. The narrator's mother, after that incredibly difficult first pregnancy, found herself pregnant again.
Right.
However, because of the hardships she was facing at the time, she actually wished for a miscarriage.
Difficult circumstances.
And in a bizarre twist of fate, a bumpy car ride soon after led to exactly that, a miscarriage.
And what happened next entered a truly unconventional realm. The mother had a vivid dream of a small boy asking to stay with her, and she immediately agreed.
Just like that, in the dream.
Just like that. Later, a psychic identified this boy as the miscarried child, a spirit known as a Gumanthong, essentially a child spirit revered in Thai folk beliefs, and named him Korko.
And this Gumanthong, embodied in a statue, seemingly became a helping spirit.
Apparently so. The mother claimed Korko helped her business thrive for almost a decade. She experienced incredible sales, her ventures prospered. It seemed like he was really helping.
Wow. But then, what happened?
Then one day, Korko appeared to her in a dream, announcing he was going to dig for gold in Saudi Arabia for her, promising riches.
Dig for gold in Saudi Arabia.
That was the message, and from that day on, he never returned.
Okay.
But this is where we uncover the deeper, more complex karmic truth behind Korko's origin and sudden departure. It goes beyond the simplistic digging for gold.
I suspected as much. What's the real story?
First, his origin. The mother and this miscarried child shared past karma. Karma of revering sorcery, killing pregnant animals for sale and supporting abortions.
Oh,
These three karmic threads combine to create the unique circumstances for him to be reborn as a Gumanthong spirit after the miscarriage.
okay, that explains how he became a Gumanthong. But the Saudi Arabia trip, he didn't just decide to go on his own.
Not exactly. The journey to Saudi Arabia has a fascinating karmic twist. An actual sorcerer had given a Gumanthong amulet to someone who was going to work in Saudi Arabia,
Right.
and this person held a deep reverence for Gumanthong spirits. The sorcerer then instructed a powerful spirit master, a Vidyadhar, an advanced being with unique spiritual powers.
Vidyadhara.
Yes. He used his power to compel Korkaio as a subtle body, a spirit body, to follow and essentially take care of this person in Saudi Arabia.
So he was forced to go.
Compelled, yes.
Yeah.
Korkai's message to his mother about digging for gold was simply his way of explaining his forced departure in a comforting, albeit fabricated way.
That's an extraordinary detail. He was compelled to leave, but gave his mother a comforting story. And the mistress part of our title, where does that fit in?
Ah, yes. Once in Saudi Arabia, Korkai, as a subtle body spirit, found a girlfriend.
Spirit girlfriend.
Exactly. Another subtle body female spirit, apparently a Saudi girl spirit. He became so attached to her, so taken with his new girlfriend, his new surroundings, that he simply lost interest in returning to his mother in Thailand.
So he's still there, with his spirit girlfriend.
According to this account, yes. Enjoying his new relationship. It's a prime example of how even spirit beings can have attachments, preferences, and desires, much like humans.
Unbelievable. From challenging births to spirit relationships. This story truly has everything. We've seen how deeply individual karma shapes a life. But what about the wider tapestry of family?
Good question.
Let's broaden our lens now and examine how these karmic threads intertwine through the narrator's closest relatives, revealing lessons for us all. Take the narrator's maternal grandfather, for instance, a hardworking farmer. Yet out of 12 children, only the narrator's mother diligently helped him. Why just one?
The karmic explanation for this reveals a principle of proportional return. The grandfather had mixed past karma. In some lives, he helped his own parents, but in others, he neglected them.
Yeah.
The lives where he was less dutiful outweighed those where he was highly filial. Therefore, his karma only allowed him to receive care from one dedicated child, the narrator's mother, who was herself very dutiful.
Makes sense. And his afterlife.
After his passing, he became a good Brahmadeva in a heavenly village, a type of divine being in a higher realm of existence. This was thanks to his traditional Buddhist merit and a past ordination he'd undertaken.
So he's doing well.
Yes, and he benefits from offerings, which makes him happy his descendants remembered him.
That's a powerful lesson in how our actions, positive or negative, often return to us in kind. What about the maternal grandmother? She raised 12 kids.
Yes, the maternal grandmother, who had that immense task and was also very connected to temples, had a good afterlife too. She became a goddess with a small golden mansion in Tavatimsa heaven, a specific level of Buddhist heaven.
A golden mansion.
A small one, but yes. She benefits greatly from the offerings sent her way and is also very happy that her family remembers her.
And the paternal great-grandfather, his life involved hard work, Chinese ancestral worship, and some drinking.
He became an earth deva at his revered shrine, a nature spirit, often associated with specific places.
Okay.
While he benefits from the offerings, he apparently still struggles with food. This is because he didn't make merit correctly during his lifetime, particularly merit related to generosity towards the Sangha, the monastic community. He strongly desires more offerings, which really underscores the importance of understanding the proper ways to create merit for a truly beneficial afterlife. It's not just what you do, but how you do it, you see.
Right. Switching gears to a more common terrestrial conflict. The mother and her current daughter-in-law, the wife of the younger brother, they often clash. Is there deep-seated past karma at play here?
This is an interesting distinction. No, according to this insight, their conflict is not rooted in past karma or kama vipaka, meaning karmic retribution.
Oh. So what is it?
This is actually a very common relational issue between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law that arises from contemporary dynamics, personalities clashing in this life.
Okay.
The solution lies in mutual understanding, kindness, and communication now. If the daughter-in-law can be more yielding and the mother-in-law more compassionate and forgiving, approaching each other with smiles, they can resolve their differences without the weight of past animosity. It's about present moment choice.
That's actually a reassuring thought, that not every conflict is karmically predestined. What about the mother's chronic leg pain? Is there a past action link to that?
Yes, there is. Her chronic leg pain stems from past karma of hitting a dog's leg with a stick, causing lameness.
Oh dear.
And also from tying up animals' legs. This isn't just punishment, but a profound illustration of how karma often mirrors our actions. Harming another's mobility directly impacts one's own.
Wow. It's called to understand the ripple effect of every choice, however small.
Exactly. The solution given is to make merit and dedicate it specifically to those animals, asking for forgiveness and healing. Over time, with consistent merit, the pain will lessen, addressing the cause at its root.
And our narrator's lifelong, inexplicable aversion to alcohol. They never drink or even help their mother sell it, which is fascinating, especially since the mother does sell alcohol.
Right. It feels like a karmic contradiction.
It does.
But it's a perfect example of complex, layered karma. This specific disposition has strong karmic roots. In a past life, the narrator experienced severe family problems due to an alcoholic father. This prompted him to quit drinking himself and then encouraged many others to do the same. This strong aversion and desire to help others avoid alcohol carried over into this life.
Okay, that makes sense for his aversion. But why is his mother selling alcohol then?
However, his own past actions of drinking and, crucially, treating others to alcohol created the karma for his mother to be an alcohol seller in this life. It keeps him within the sphere of alcohol's influence, even as he personally rejects it.
So he's experiencing the consequences of his past actions, both positive and negative, playing out right there in his family. How can his mother stop selling alcohol?
The insight suggests the mother will only quit selling alcohol when she truly understands its negative consequences, both in this life and in the future realms.
So it's about her understanding.
Yes. The narrator must clearly and compassionately explain these consequences to her. Until she grasps that deeper understanding and the true suffering it causes, she's unlikely to change her livelihood, as her current actions are tied to her own karmic understanding and past habits.
Okay, so it's up to her to really grasp it.
Exactly. He can explain, but she has to internalize it.
This entire deep dive has painted a picture of incredible spiritual depth for the narrator. There's this mention of an incredibly strong inclination for lifelong ordination, described as thick ordination karma.
Absolutely. Unshakable is the word used. This reflects that past life we mentioned, where he also ordained for life after following a king. And through that dedication, he achieved profound spiritual insights, even reaching the Dhammakaya within, referring to a deep, enlightened state or the true inner body of the Buddha.
Wow.
This deep-seated commitment isn't just a desire, it's a powerful karmic imprint and a chart for his current life's direction.
And that deep sense of joy and fulfillment the narrator feels when making merits, specifically at the Chantaburi Branch Temple, is that connected to?
That's also directly linked to a past life. After ordaining back then, he was a Dharma preacher, traveling and teaching in various towns.
I see.
This karmic pattern, or chart of life for spreading the Dharma, persists. It brings him great satisfaction and spiritual resonance in those activities and locations, explaining that natural pull he feels towards Chantaburi.
Finally, let's look at the family's broader merit-making legacy. You mentioned the father, mother, and the good younger brother made merit somewhat sporadically.
Yes, almost like a supply line approach when needed or traditionally. But the narrator in this era has specifically come down to make merit with the sana twice, with deep intention.
What's the significance of that contrast?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it reinforces the idea of not being complacent. While their family members made merit in traditional ways, which is good, the narrator's deep connection and active, intentional participation twice underscores a more dedicated and focused spiritual path.
Right.
For you, the listener, it's a gentle reminder to always strive to do better, to not simply rely on inherited merit or past glories, and to dedicate yourself fully to merit-making now to secure your spiritual journey through the cycles of existence. It's about active cultivation in the present.
So what does this all mean for us?
Yeah.
Our deep dive into this one extraordinary life has truly revealed the intricate, often surprising workings of karma. It shows us how past actions, both good and bad, create the very fabric of our present and future experiences.
Yeah, in ways we could never imagine just looking at the surface.
Exactly. It's a profound lesson in cause and effect, painted in such vivid detail here.
And the power of understanding these karmic links isn't just about knowing what happened, but deeply comprehending why it happened. This understanding offers a path to greater compassion, wisdom, and ultimately more conscious control over our future. It's a powerful reminder that our choices today, even the seemingly small ones, shape our tomorrow,
Yeah.
influencing everything from our health to our relationships and even our spiritual path.
And that leads us to a final thought for you to ponder. If even a simple act, like criticizing an elder behind their back, or a well-intentioned but misguided act, like giving the wrong food, can have such profound, long-lasting effects on a life. What seemingly small actions are we taking in our own lives today that might be shaping our future in ways we can't yet imagine? What karmic seeds are you planting right now, and what kind of harvest might they bring?
Something to think about.
Definitely. Thanks for diving deep with us.